Hi, I'm Fohmer, and this is my all-new FohmerToo. Today I want to show you how to do a chlorine roof soft wash using the FohmerToo as a chemical applicator. Now this application is called a soft wash, but a better name for it would be a caustic wash, because the main ingredient in this method is chlorine, also known as sodium hypochlorite, but better known as plain old bleach. It's the same method that most roof cleaning contractors are using to clean roofs, and you can do it yourself, just like they do, with a FohmerToo. A soft wash is a liquid application, so we will be using this FohmerToo as a chemical applicator, not as a foamer. And we've designed this all-new 075 tip just for that application. This is a brand new tip design, and it's not yet listed on our website. So if you want one, send me an email, and we'll figure out how to get one. There are two ways you can do this with your FohmerToo. Let's call this video Method 1. I'll do another video shortly showing Method 2. Besides having this 075 tip, there are only two things that you need to do to have your FohmerToo ready for this type application. First, you want to set your air compressor at 60 psi. And second, we need to set our water flow rate to give us 2-part water to 1-part solution mix rate through the FohmerToo device. Now to do that, first you need to hook up your FohmerToo to your house's water supply. And do make sure you're using a backflow preventer. Then, with the 375 tip installed on your handpiece and the water flowing through your FohmerToo device, you want to adjust the flow by using your house's water supply valve so that when you hold the handpiece at your side, the water is projecting 1'6" out to hit the ground. I put my 075 tip 1'6" from the sidewalk crack, and I'll adjust the water flow at my house's water supply valve to get the flow to 1'6" projection. Now for the perfectionists out there, the numbers are 3'0" up and 1'6" out. We will upload a technical data sheet that you can download at the Fohmer website to explain this setup in detail. Once I get the flow set to 1'6", that's all there is to setting this up. Now there are hundreds of different recipes and concoctions that contractors use for this soft wash process. But what we just set up on the FohmerToo is a 2-part water to 1-part bleach, which is a pretty common recipe. We'll add some surfactant to give the solution some stickiness. If you don't like 2-to-1, you can set it up at any concentration level you want. 1-to-1, 5-to-1, 8-to-1, 10-to-1, or even a 100%. And I'll explain how to do that on the tech sheet at the Fohmer website. For this solution, I'll be using straight outdoor bleach mixed with 22 ounces of our Fohmer brand foam accelerator to make a gallon. And when I operate the handpiece, the FohmerToo unit will meter 1 part bleach into 2 parts water. I'm adding the surfactant to try and give this solution some stick. I want some stick so it just doesn't run down the roof and into the gutter. Now a lot of folks use dishwashing liquids as the surfactant, but when working with bleach, we recommend you use our Fohmer brand surfactant. The reason being, dishwashing liquid contains ammonia, and ammonia and bleach should not be mixed. Our Fohmer brand surfactant contains no ammonia. So I'll mix these up in this gallon container, making sure to stir these two ingredients together. I also want to mix up a little of this solution at the 2-to-1 ratio, which is the same concentration that I'll put on the roof. I'll mix this up in this measuring cup so I can do a color check on my shingles. I'll do this color check just to make sure I'm not going to damage my roof. I am fortunate enough to have some leftover shingles from when I built this house, so I'll pour this on and let it set for an hour. If you don't have any leftover shingles, you will want to pour this color check solution on one of your easily accessible shingles, just to be safe. Because this is a caustic solution that will affect plants, I also want to make sure my downspout discharges are secure before I put this on. I'm just going to remove that elbow and let this solution fall straight down to the ground. I'm not trying to collect this runoff, I'm just trying to direct it to a place where it won't do any damage to my plants. For my soft wash hose, I'm using 50 feet of 5/8 garden hose. If you're going to do this a lot, or if you want to clean some roofs on the weekends to make a few extra bucks, you definitely want to put together a smaller diameter hose for this job. Here's the 3/8 hose I made up to use my FohmerToo as a tank sprayer. And this hose would work a lot better for this application, because there would be less solution in the line. But you don't need a 3/8 hose for this application. You can do this application using a standard garden hose. And that's what I'll demonstrate today. Once the solution is loaded in the tank and the top cap secured, I just energized the first air valve to pressurize the tank. Now when I open the handpiece, my FohmerToo will be metering 1 part solution into 2 parts water because of the way we set it up. At startup, we have just about 3/4 of a gallon of water in front of the solution because of the larger diameter hose. Now that would be a lot less if we're using a smaller diameter hose. So I'll just shoot this down on the sidewalk until I see the chemical at the tip. I'll know it's there when I start to see it soap up a little from the surfactant that I put in the solution. Once it's there, I'll close the valve and I'm ready to apply this to the roof. I'm using a stepladder to get to the top of this 2-story Cape Cod roof. It's 25 feet up to the peak and I can shoot this solution easily 30 feet with the 075 tip. I'll apply this all over the roof and try to put it on heavier on the stains. Keep in mind this is a very caustic solution, so I'll be extra careful when applying it. I want to try and not get this on anything except the roof. If I do get some overspray on the surrounding plants, I want to make sure to rinse them down as soon as I am finished. I'm also wearing a respirator and safety glasses, just as a precaution because I don't want to breathe any of the mist and I don't want it getting into my eyes. The coverage with this method of soft washing is about 500 to 600 square feet per gallon in the FohmerToo tank. And if you're working alone, I would suggest you not tackle more than around 500 square feet at a time. Break your project up into workable areas so you don't get too far out in front of your solution. And like foaming, you want to try and do this on a calm day or a day with wind at your back. You also don't want to do this application on an extremely hot, sunny day. Reason is that your chlorine will evaporate very quickly and you won't get the effect on your roof that you're looking for. A calm, overcast, cool day or in the shade would be the perfect time to apply this soft wash. When I'm done, I'll shut off the air and vent the tank. I'm going to let that solution set on that roof for 30 to 40 minutes, and then I'll rinse it off. When I'm ready to rinse this solution off, I'll switch to the 125 tip on my FohmerToo handpiece and open all the water valves, including the valve at my house. Then I can rinse right through the FohmerToo device. So there you have it. That's how you do a soft wash with the FohmerToo, using it as a chemical applicator. Like I said, I'll put a technical data sheet with all the setup requirements on the Fohmer website that you can download if you want to do this for yourself. Thanks for stopping by.